There's a lot of see finish in relationships out there. See finish for both the men and the women. But the one that really hurts me the most is when a man is in a relationship with someone that he's far older than. And because, just like a comedian years ago, Gandoki, I think that was his name, there was something he said back then. He said there was this guy that was playing Scrabble or draft with his friends, and this small girl just coming from secondary school was just passing by, and the mature man was just laughing. He said the small girl just came, secondary school girl, and knocked his head and said, "See as they laugh anyhow. See as you just they open your mouth, they laugh anyhow. Now you know day here." As in knocking his head and hitting his back. And he just looked at her and smiled and said, "My friend, what's wrong with you?" They go, Joe. Normally, that man's wife can never do that to him. But immediately she did that. Even the deaf and dumb and the blind will know that there's something going on with two of them. It's automatic. You don't need any man of God to come and see vision for you. That's what see finish and over familiarity can cost you. And it doesn't really necessarily apply to only when you're in a relationship with someone. Sometimes you don't even know how to create boundaries with people that you work with, people that you are in communications with, and all. That same see finish can be extended to them, not only that person you're sleeping with. Because I don't see how I'll play with someone, because this is Africa, we have a lot of respect. Even for husbands, a wife to a husband, there's supposed to be a very high level of respect and honor. The Bible said that Sarah called her husband Lord. But you find nowadays, women can come out in public and insult their husbands, come on social media, insult their spouses. Men also come on social media, insult their spouses. And then you see ladies who are running down elderly men who have messed up themselves with them, calling them names and all sorts of things, using strong words, your level of blah, 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 insensitivity, blah, blah, blah. And the men will just smile, laugh about it, or apologize. That's more common with side chicks, though, because hardly will you see a wife who would say some of those hard words to a husband that came with his family to come and pay her dowry. No, she just sends person. But the funny part is that some of these side chicks, this same character they are displaying right now, they carry it into marriage. And they wonder why these Gen Z marriages don't last. Why do you think these Gen Z marriages don't last? It's overexposure, over-upgrade. When you upgrade something too much, you start to malfunction. So these Gen Zs now, they've been too upgraded, they are not malfunctioning. They don't even know they're malfunctioning. I'll be your friend, I'll just to play with you, laugh with you. All right, here I am in my 40s, and probably you are, let me say, your early 20s and all. Just say, okay, how are you? How's everything? And they will play and laugh and just laugh. Then one day you just call me and just say, hey, Val, how are you now? I'm like, you say what? You feel like call me a bushman, call me whatever, that's your business. Hey, Val, how far? How things now? What's me on that one? You are who is doing, hey, Val, how far? If I quick born, I could not born your age, a person senior you. Because I'm playing, I come down to want to relate with you, you just forget yourself. Hey, Val, Alfana. That from there you go enter, what is wrong with you now? Yeah, so now then, from clap the enter dance. I know you might say what is wrong with you is not an insult, but in Africa it's an insult. You can't just see your older person. Can you tell your father, Daddy, what is wrong with you? In the civilized Western world, yes, you can say things like that. That is the reason why they are the way they are. Because very soon, our people here, they've already started changing their sexes. Transgender everywhere in Africa now. Because of the things that we are learning, the upgrade was too much for us to collectively accumulate on the go. A lot of see finishes out there. And most people don't even realize it. They just smile and laugh about it because probably you didn't knack. Or probably because there's something you have to benefit from the person. So you have to just swallow your pride and your ego and just be taking all the insult. Okay, don't mind them. Don't mind it. They don't have respect. Even you two that is taking that insult, you say you don't have sense. You need to have your own dignity for yourself. You two ladies, you are dating a guy in your life who takes pleasure in insulting you as jokes. You need mental evaluation. You don't have sense. How come his jokes are ridicules of you? How come? That's what you will carry into marriage. To see your leg maybe like to see your head maybe like see your eye like this, see your bum like that. Like come for that nonsense, idiot. You be fool, oh. Momo. Continue. That is your fancy. That's your fancy, right? That's your tickle. Momo, idiot. You guys just, as in, if there's anything to joke with, well, how come that is the thing that you are always joking with? You carry it into marriage and you think that you are friends. Now, that is how it will become a serious, you are an idiot. You are a mumu, you are a fool. Because you tolerated it when it was mumu, you a fool, oh, you idiot. There's a serious part of it now. You have to also accept it because you laid the foundation for it. So, ladies, you're not left out in tolerating insult that guys throw at you in the name of jokes. Some things they also overstep their boundaries sometimes. Probably you have your principles, things you don't like, things you don't want. I saw an article online today. It said, if you have a relationship or a marriage that is 100% free of arguments or misunderstanding, that marriage and relationship is bettered on 100% lie. Because someone or both parties are pretending. And I 100% agree. 100%. Because people spend time together, they have to disagree to get to understand themselves. But a marriage or a relationship that is, they don't ever argue. They don't, even couples of 65 years in marriage, they still argue and disagree over some things once in a while. Because they are human beings. So you don't tell me because they spend time together. How long have they spent together? 10, 15, 20 years. So that makes them perfect, that they understand themselves 100%. Your father and mother that raised you for 25, 30 years, didn't you still argue with them? Those ones said, you have a reason not to ever argue with them because they trained you, so they only taught you what they wanted you to know. In other words, everything you know came from them. So, in other words, it is possible for you not to ever have an argument or misunderstanding with them. But yet, you still do. Let alone the person that was raised by someone else with different background, different environment, different ideology. Then you come together because you stayed in the same house for 15 years. Where your father, your parents were raising you, where were you staying? You were staying inside bush, you were staying in the tower, you were staying in the parlor, you were staying inside the room. Were you not living together in the same house? So don't be deceived by saying that our marriage is better more than argue or more than reconcile. But the most important thing is always observe red flags when they are blinking. For those of you who are not yet married, don't ignore red flags. Some flags are there to make you sit up and say, okay, give yourself a hot slap to say, am I sure I'm in the right relationship? I always say something, in all that getting, get sense. I'll see you again in my next video.